It's fine. Oh, you can't press it. Oh, sorry. I know. Good morning. My name's Katie. This is my mom, Liz. We are Heart to Heart Yoga. Hi, guys. Did we have a holiday last week? We did. Hopefully, everybody had a good holiday weekend. So we're into September. Our focuses for the month are, we have a new breath exercise. It's called Bellows Breath, and we'll go over that with you guys. Our philosophy for the month is letting go. That's a toughie. And then we're going to do another focus flow. And these are where we put 3 poses together that are commonly used in yoga classes so that you guys can get to know these poses in case you go to another class. And those poses are warrior 1, pyramid, and chair. Also, we are recording on YouTube today. So if you want to access the class during the week, you go to YouTube, put in the search bar, Renowned Health, Heart to Heart Yoga, and there will be. Mom's going to talk about some pain and things.
Yeah, for any new students who may be joining us, if you experience pain or become dizzy or lightheaded, we ask that you stop. If you're practicing in the chair, sit back comfortably. If you're practicing on the mat, you can go into this pose that Kate is demonstrating called Child's Pose. Your knees can be together or your knees apart. You could also roll over on your side or just lay on your back. And when you're ready, you can resume your practice. Props today. I suggest always having a couple blocks if you can, or maybe 2 books or 2 cans of food. They do come in handy. Also, possibly a blanket if you're practicing on the mat so that you can cushion the knees or you use it underneath the sit bones. Also, if you're new to us and you're practicing in the chair today, we ask that you use a chair that has no armrests and no wheels. Also, we ask that you practice on a non-skid surface. You can place a mat underneath your chair, as I have done. However, if you do that, be mindful if you choose to stand that your mat's there. We don't want you to trip. Also, you can practice with your shoes on or your shoes off. Totally up to you. Yogi's choice.
So we designed this class as a beginning class to meet beginners no matter where they are. That's why we offer a chair and the mat. We also try to give an overview of what yoga is. Yoga is the integration of the body, the mind, and the inner self. We do poses for the body. We set intentions or share philosophy for the mind. And we ask that you pay attention to how you feel during and after the class, bringing awareness to the inner self. About the last, since the beginning of the year, we've changed to going over our philosophy at the beginning of the class. And then we try to interweave it or revisit throughout the class so that we can really focus on the philosophy. Our philosophy today is letting go. We both talked about something we saw on Facebook this week about fall and about the trees and how the trees will soon be teaching us how to let go because they let go of their leaves so easily and so naturally. And for us, sometimes letting go of our lists, our thoughts about our relationships, our thoughts about our groceries, our thoughts about our to-do lists. We cling to them. We don't let them go even for an hour for our yoga. That's where the practice comes in. So here today, we're going to try to let go of our stuff, and do yoga. So we begin usually with a comfortable seat.
So what does a comfortable seat mean in yoga? In yoga, yoga asks that you sit with your pelvis pushed forward. For years, we've sat like this over our computers or our desks or our phones. So in yoga, yoga asks that you sit with the pelvis pushed forward. If you notice, that automatically elongates the spine. However, some of us need a little help with getting that spine to elongate. So this is where that yoga towel or a blanket comes in handy. You can do what Kate has done. She's placed it underneath the sit bones. And you're not on mute. And you sit to the front edge of your blanket or your towel. This helps the knees be below the hips. You can. Now, also part of comfortable seat is your legs. You can sit crisscross applesauce, or you can keep the legs crossed, but bring them out in front of you. You can bring the bottoms of your feet together for butterfly, or you can even just straighten your legs in front of you. Make the choice that works for you and know that you can change positions if you need to anytime. Also, if we've been sitting for a while in comfortable seat, you can rock the hips if they become a little tight or a little achy, or you could even do some hip rolls, maybe, some circles. Also, something else that we do in yoga, whether we're seated, kneeling, or standing, is stacking our joints. So we want to make sure here in seated that Kate's shoulder is over her hip, her ear is in line with her shoulder, her chin is parallel to the ground. Now she can choose to close her eyes, or she can have a soft gaze looking down. If closing your eyes makes you dizzy or feel uncomfortable or causes vertigo or whatever like that, just choose that soft gaze. Now, if you're practicing in the chair, we ask that you sit to the front edge of your chair, but make sure you're stable, okay? And your legs, we want them to come straight out from your hip joints if they can, and knees not too close together or too far apart, also, if that's available to you. Feet, they're flat on the floor. And we stack our joints here also. Knees over ankles, shoulders over hips, my ear in line with my shoulder, chin parallel to the ground. Chair students, we can also choose to close our eyes, or we can have that soft gaze looking down. Make the choice that is comfortable for you today for your practice. And before we put any physical movement into our practice, we're going to ground. And we're going to bring our attention to see if we can let go of any thoughts of things that we wanted to do before class, any attachment to that. See if you can allow yourself to let go of any thoughts of things that you want to do after class. See if you can just let go and be right here, right now. If you're practicing in the chair, allow your feet to feel heavy, pressing into the mat or the floor. And also move up to your sit bones. Mat practitioners and chair practitioners, bring your attention to your sit bones. See if you can allow them to be heavy by letting go of tension that you're carrying in your body. Move up to the shoulders. We're going to bring the shoulders up to the ears. And then we're going to move them back and down. See if we can let go of some tension in the shoulders. Maybe move the jaw back and forth. Letting go of tension in the jaw. And turn and look side to side, noticing if you have tension in the neck. We'll be doing some movement through our neck to help let go of that tension. Come back to center. Just notice if you can clear the mind of those thoughts. Let go of thoughts. See if you can stay right here, right now. And to help with letting go of those thoughts, monkey mind that we all get, we give our mind a job to do, and that's watching the breath, focusing on the breath. So you can open your eyes now. We'll be moving on to our breath exercise, which is called Bellows Breath. And when we do these exercises, we're deeply inhaling and exhaling. Now, if this is uncomfortable for you and it doesn't feel good, you could just breathe normally and bring your attention to your breath by watching the gentle flow of your body moving back and forth, in and out. Otherwise, we're going to be doing bellows breath. So we're going to clasp our hands like this. Elbows are up. We're going to place our hands underneath our chin. And we're going to inhale, lift those elbows, sitting up nice and tall. And then as we exhale, we're going to lower those elbows and bring them together in front of the body, or as close as you can. Inhale, lift those elbows. And as you exhale, see if you can let go, bringing those elbows together in front. Inhale, lift the elbows. And as you exhale, see if you can let go of tension through the neck, through the shoulders. Inhale, lift those elbows. And as you exhale, let go of any thoughts, except right here, right now. Inhale, lift those elbows. Exhale, lower the elbows, letting go of tension, stress, to-do lists. One last time, we'll inhale, lift those elbows. Exhale, lower the elbows, letting go of anything that does not serve you. Release the hands to the thighs and just take a moment to notice how you're feeling. Sometimes after a breath exercise, we feel a little lighter, a little more open. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. There is no right or wrong or good or bad to our breath exercises, just what is and what you're feeling, not what you think you're supposed to be feeling, but what you actually do feel. And we're going to move on to some eye work. A little bit of work on the eyes. So we're going to be following our thumb. So the body stays stationary, head stays stationary. The only thing that moves is our eyes. So we're going to bring that right arm out in front of us, make a fist, keep your thumb up. And we're going to slowly start to move that thumb up in front of us. And when it starts to become out of sight, we're going to start to bring it off to the side. And then we're going to start to bring it down. Once again, when it starts to get out of sight, we're going to bring it around in front, back to our starting position. Maybe flutter the eyelids if your eyes are starting to water. And we're going to follow the thumb back the way we just came. So the thumb's going to go down first. When it comes out of sight, we're going to go off to the side. And start to bring it up. And when it starts to go out of sight again, we're going to bring it around in front and down in front. And release that arm down, flutter those eyelids. And we'll do that on the other side. We'll bring the left arm out, make that fist, keep your thumb up, just following the thumb, eyes only. So we're going to lift that thumb. When it starts to go out of sight, we're going to bring it off to the side. And then start to bring it down toward the ground. When it starts to go out of sight, we'll start to bring it around in front, back to our starting position. And we're going to go back the way we came. So follow the thumb with the eyes only. Starts to get out of sight, we'll bring our thumb off to the side. And then start to bring it up. When it starts to get out of sight, that's when we'll start to bring it around to the front, back to our starting position. Release your arm down, flutter your eyelids, and then if you have your glasses on, remove your glasses if you want to do this exercise with us, because we're bringing our palms together. We're going to rub them. We're going to create friction, which creates heat. When you feel you have enough heat, you can open your eyes really wide, cover your eyes with your palms. It feels nice and yummy. This is something you can do throughout the day. I've mentioned it before. If you've been working on your computer or been on your phone, or even working outdoors in the sunlight, doing your gardening, it's a nice little comfort to the eyes. And when you're ready, you can remove the hands from the eyes. Ah, that was nice. We move on to Kate.
Okay, we're going to be doing some movement to help stretch out our neck and our shoulders. So every week we do neck circles. So we're going to do those again, like we always do. So we just pick a direction and we try to line up our breath. When our chin is up, we inhale. When our chin comes down, we exhale. Popping and cracking are normal. Anytime the neck feels maybe a tight spot, you can hang out there. Circles can be as big or as small as you need them to be, and as good as it feels to you. We'll do one more around, and we'll come back to center. And then we switch directions. Go the other direction. Trying to line up that breath again. When our chin comes up, inhaling. And when our chin comes down, we exhale. We'll do one more on our own. And come back to center. Now we're just going to move our neck a little bit in some different ways. We've done this stuff before. So we're going to take an inhale and we're going to let our head lean to the right. Feel the stretch on the side of the neck here. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, let our head lean to the left. Feel that stretch there. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Big inhale, let our chin go towards the ceiling. And exhale, come back to center. We're going to do that all over again, but we'll go the opposite way. So we're going to take an inhale here. Let's let our head lean to the left first. Inhale, come back to center. When we exhale, let our head lean or fall to the right. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, let your chin fall to your chest. Feels good. Inhale, chin goes to the ceiling. And exhale, come back to center. Okay, we're going to drop to our shoulders. We're going to do our shoulder rolls, which another thing we always do. We start by rolling the shoulders forward. So we'll take an inhale and our shoulders will come to our ears. Exhale, roll those shoulders forward and down. Inhale, shoulders come to the ears. And exhale, roll forward and down. Last one, inhale. And exhale, roll forward. Now we're going to roll our shoulders back. Inhale, the shoulders come to the ears. Exhale, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, shoulders to the ears. Exhale, let them roll back and down. Our last one, inhale. And exhale and relax. Okie dokie. We're going to bring our hands here to heart center. We will go ahead and bring our arms to shoulder height. And we're just going to breathe as we do this because we're going to do our shoulders going forward, circles forward. Just breathe. And then we'll take a pause. Inhale, our arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Now we're going to do our circles again, but we're going to do them backwards this time. So bring your arms to shoulder height and just start your circles backwards as fast or as slow as you want, as big or as small as you want. And just warm up those shoulders and we pause. Inhale, arms come up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands come to heart center. So we're going to do a little bit different side stretch. It's going to be a leaning and reaching instead of our leg. We normally go around and kind of lean and stretch it out that way. So we're all going to take an inhale. And then when we exhale, we're going to lean to the left and reach up. Reach our right hand over. And then we'll inhale, come back to center, set our, our right hand on the ground, bring our left hand up, and we'll exhale and reach and lean. Inhale back to center. Left arm comes down, right arm goes up, and reach. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lean and reach. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lean and reach. Let's try one more on each side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lean and reach. One more on this side. And exhale, lean and reach. Inhale back to center. Exhale. We just kind of relax. Now we're going to do our twist, but we're going to flow through our twists. So we're not going to stay real still. We're going to just keep moving. So we're going to inhale. And when we exhale, we're going to turn to the right and twist. Left. Okay, yeah, left. Inhale back to center and exhale. Turn to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, turn to the left. Just warming it up, baby warm up. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Inhale to center and exhale. Last ones, inhale back to center and exhale. Inhale back to center, exhale, and relax. Now we're going to move on to our hips with Mom.
Yeah, so hips, we do our torso rolls or hip circles. Any size circle will do. I'm sure your hips and your low back will make that decision for you. So we're going to lean to the right. Inhale as we lean forward. Lean to the left. Exhale as we lean back. Lean to the right. Inhale as you lean forward. Lean to the left. Exhale as you lean back. Do 3 more on your own, noticing what you feel in your hips. See if you can let go of any tension in the hips. You've completed your 3rd circle. We're all going to meet in center. Take a moment to notice anything you're feeling in the hips. Do they feel awakened, alive? Do they feel energized? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But just notice what you feel. We're going to do that going in the opposite direction. So we'll lean to the left first. Inhale as we lean forward. To the right. Exhale as we lean back. Chair students, you can hold on to the chair if you like. Lean left. Inhale as you lean forward. Lean to the right. Exhale as you lean back. Do 3 more on your own going in this direction. Noticing what you feel, and if it feels different, just notice. When you've completed your 3rd circle, we'll all meet in center. Once again, take notice if you've relieved some tension in the hips, if they feel a little more alive, a little more awakened, a little more open. Just notice anything you're feeling in your hips. Okay, mat students, roll over those knees or bring your legs around behind you. We're setting up for cat and cow and our tabletop. So we align our mat students first in table by making sure that your hands are shoulder distance apart, fingers spread wide, and your shoulders are over your wrists. Now, if you have sensitive wrists, you can always use this for wrists, or you could even move your hands out a little bit farther in front of you. If not, then the hands and wrists are directly under those shoulders. And hips directly over the knees. Also, when you look between your legs, your feet aren't too close together or splayed out. Feet, if you can, are directly behind your knees. Mat students, if you have issues with your knees, you can always comfort them by placing a blanket or a towel underneath your knees. Okay. Now we're going to be, I will be cueing for the mat students. We're going into cow and cat. But chair students, your elbows will be next to your waist. And when I say inhale, pull those elbows back. Rotate the shoulders open and back. Look forward or look up. Be mindful of those vertebrae in your neck. And mat students right now, while you're waiting, while I'm talking, if you want to sit back into child's pose, you can. Take that pressure out of the wrists or sit off to the side. Anyway, then I'm going to say exhale, and you can start to round the spine, around the shoulders. Move your hands to your knees if you like, and bring your chin to your chest. So we'll try that all together. Watch me. And we're going to inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the low belly, rotate those shoulders open and back. We look forward or up. Exhale, drop the tailbone, round the spine, round the shoulders, push into the mat or your knees with your hands. Chin comes to your chest. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the low belly, rotate the shoulders open and back. We look forward or up. Exhale, drop the tailbone, round the spine, round the shoulders, push into the mat or your knees with your hands. Chin comes to your chest. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the low belly, rotate the shoulders open and back. We look forward or up. Exhale, drop the tailbone, round the spine, round the shoulders, push into the mat or your knees with your hands. Chin comes to chest. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the low belly, rotate the shoulders open and back. We look forward or up. Exhale, drop the tailbone, round the spine, round the shoulders, push into the mat or your knees with your hands. Chin comes to your chest, stay right here. Mat students, push firmly into the mat so you're not sinking between the shoulder blades if you can. Possibly everyone is feeling a nice stretch between the shoulder blades. We're all going to bring our head in line with our neck and our spine. We're going to open up the hamstrings. Kate's going to demonstrate what mat students are going to be doing. When I say inhale, you're going to lift your right, okay, your left leg up and back. And then when I say exhale, you're going to tuck it to your nose, okay? And then bring it back to the mat. And then you'll move to the other side. Inhale, the other leg up. Exhale, it comes into the knee to nose. And then you release it down. Chair students, when I say inhale, we're going to straighten our leg. As I say exhale, we're going to fold forward because our stretch will still be in the hamstring. And then we bring it in. Switch to the other leg. Inhale, straighten our leg. Exhale, fold forward. And then bring it in. That's how we're going to move together. Hopefully, let's give it a try. So we're going to inhale, lift or straighten, whichever you're doing, right leg. Okay. Yeah. And exhale, bring it in or fold forward. Everyone come back to center. And we'll inhale, lift or straighten. Exhale, bring it in or fold. Everything comes back to center. Inhale, lift or straighten. Exhale, bring it in, knee to nose or fold forward. Bring everything back to center and we'll inhale, lift or straighten. Exhale, bring it in or fold. Bring everything back to center. We're going to inhale one more time, lift or straighten. Exhale, we're folding forward or we're bringing it in. Notice what you're feeling. And we're going to bring everything back to center. A little bit of a hold on that last one. So we're going to inhale, lift or straighten. Exhale, bring it in or fold. A little bit of a hold here. Everyone, bring everything back to center. And just notice what you're feeling, maybe in the hamstrings. Bring the big toes to touch. Sit back on the heels for child's pose. Knees can be together or apart. Chair students, sit back comfortably in your chair. Roll out the wrists if we've been on them too long, okay? Mat students.
Okay, so here's a time where we revisit our letting go process. And we talked about how the trees can easily let go of their leaves, but we have trouble letting go of our lists. I'd also like to have us practice when we're exhaling, try to let go of something. If something is on your mind, draw your attention back to your breath, and especially that exhale and that letting go of whatever's on your mind, at least for the rest of our half hour that we have left. So we're going to push up out of child's pose. We're all headed for down dog. If you're on the mat, you spread your fingers wide and curl your toes, lift your hips. If you're in the chair, you create a seated V shape. This week, instead of walking our dog, we're going to stretch our hamstrings and our calves by standing on our tippy toes while in down dog, and then drop our heels to the mat. And then just doing this a little bit at a time. Boy, that's tough on the toes.
Chair students, you'll have to bring your knees in.
Then one more. High heels. And then bring our heels to the mat. Now we're going to slowly walk our feet up to our hands for a forward fold. You're in the chair, you're just going to go for a forward fold. This shirt was not working today. It almost fell right off me. So here we're in a forward fold. We're going to slowly come up one vertebrae at a time. If you feel lightheaded or dizzy, pump your hands. And roll those shoulders back and down as we come up to mountain. So here again, we stack our joints in mountain. We make sure that our knees are over our ankles, hips are over our knees, shoulders are over our hips, ears are over our shoulders, and our chin is parallel to the floor. So we're also going to practice and tighten our quads. We're going to practice kind of a rooting. It's kind of a little bit of a balance too. So we're gonna put our weight on all four sides of our feet. And then when we're gonna lift just our toes and tighten our quads. Let's do that. And then relax. Let those toes wiggle around a little bit. And then we're going to do that again. Grounding, lift those toes, all four sides of your feet. And tighten those quads. And relax. We're going to do it one more time. All right. So all the weights in all the sides, all four sides of our feet, pick up those toes. Tighten those quads. And relax. Okay, I kind of go like this to move it around a little bit. We are going to do our full sun salutations like we always do. And we do a modified version so that if you ever go to another class and they need you to do something called the chaturanga, it is this rotation. This is a modified version, and we teach you guys these every week. We are going to add a chair to our sun salutation. So we'll begin with our hands at heart center. We're going to inhale, our arms come up over our head. Exhale and fold forward. Our hands come to the mat or blocks. Inhale to flat back, having your hands on your shins or your thighs. Exhale, our hands come back to the mat. This is where we bend our knees a lot. We step back with our right foot, plant our hands. We're in a plank if you're on the mat. We drop to our knees, chest, chin, elbows close to the body. Now all together, whether you're in the chair or on the mat, we're going to do a baby cobra, which is a slight back bend. We inhale together, peel our chest up off the mat. Exhale, come back to the mat. Now everybody's going to head for down dog. If you're on the mat, you can go through tabletop and head to down dog. If you're in the chair, you just head to down dog. Now we're going to step up to our hands with the same foot we stepped back with. And that was our right foot. And we're going to be in a forward fold here. Then we'll inhale, flat back. Exhale, our hands will come to the mat. We're going to bend our knees a lot, like we're sitting in a chair. And then bring our arms up to chair. Let those palms touch, straighten the legs. Hands come to heart center. So that was our full sun salutation on the right side. We're going to do this next one on the left side, adding that chair at the end. Hands come to heart center. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hands come to the mat. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, our hands come back to the mat. We plant our hands, step back with our left foot this time. Right foot comes back to meet it. We're in plank if you're on the mat. Knees, chest, chin, with elbows close to the body. Everybody's gonna do a baby back bend together. Inhale to baby cobra. Exhale. Now we're all headed for down dog. If you're on the mat, you can go through tabletop. If you're in the chair, just head to down dog. And we're gonna step up with our right foot, and our left foot, I'm sorry. We're in a forward fold. Do that half lift, flat back. Exhale, our hands come back to the mat. We bend our knees a lot, like we're sitting in a chair. And then inhale, bring our arms up. Stay seated in that chair. Let our hands come together. Palms touch, straighten the legs. Hands come to heart center. That was our full sons with a chair.
Okie dokie. Now we're moving on to our foundational flow. And this month we have chosen Warrior One, Pyramid, and Chair. So you're going to get lots of bending of the knees today, keeping that fluidity in your knees. So mat students, you're going to be stepping back with the right leg, right foot goes to a diagonal. Now, if you have an issue with balance, you just move the feet to the outer edges of the mat, okay? Chair students, right foot goes back, left foot goes forward. And we're gonna, hip bones, everyone facing toward the short side of your mat, okay? We're gonna bend into that left knee. Now we moved. Did our shoulders go with us? We wanna keep the shoulders over the hips. We're gonna inhale, our arms go forward and up. Exhale, relax the shoulders, but keep the arms engaged. And this is our Warrior One. We're going to take another inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to your waist and straighten your front leg. We're going to take another inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips. We're folding forward. We're letting go. We're going to a flat back. If you want to round the spine and go farther, you can. Yogi's choice. And we're letting go of anything that doesn't serve us. So we're going to put a slight bend in that left knee. Keep those hands on the hips. Or if you need to, you could even place the hands on the thigh to help yourself come up. We're going to inhale, come up. And we're going to bring the right foot up to meet the left. Find your mountain pose for just one moment. We're going to bend deeply into the knees and inhale, our arms go forward and up for chair pose. The weight is in the heels. This was awkward chair. Bring your palms together. Bring them in front of your heart. Namaste chair. Inhale, your arms go out and up, straighten the legs. Palms come together above the head. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. And that was our foundation flow. On the right side, take a moment to notice how you're feeling. Does one side feel a little more energy moving around in it? A little more open? Just notice. And we're going to move to the other side. So we're going to step back with the left leg. Left foot goes to a diagonal. And so chair students, left foot goes back, right foot is going to be going forward. Now, hip bones facing toward the short side of the mat. And we're going to bend into that right knee, right knee, right knee. Okay, right knee. Okay, so we're going to inhale. Our arms go forward and up. Make sure that your shoulders are over the hips. And when you exhale, relax the shoulders, but keep the arms engaged. It's Warrior One. Notice what you feel. We're going to take another inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to your hips and straighten your front leg. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold, letting go of anything that doesn't serve you. And rounding the shoulders and spine if you want, or you can stay at a flat back fold. Yogi's choice today. Notice what you feel. We're going to put a gentle bend into that right knee. Hands can be on the hips or on the thighs to help you come up. We're going to inhale, come up. As you exhale, bring the legs together, straighten the leg. Find your mountain pose. And we're going to bend deeply into the knees. Inhale, the arms go forward and up. As you exhale, let the weight shift to the knees, to the heels, sorry. And this is awkward chair. Bring your palms together above your head. Bring your hands together in front of your heart for namaste chair. Inhale, the arms go out and up, palms come together above your head. Straighten your legs. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Notice what you're feeling. Just notice any sensation anywhere in your body. And we're going to move on to our balance, which is tree. So, I'm going to stand on the right side of the chair. We're going to put all our weight into our left foot. Find your one spot to concentrate on. Looking down for seniors is a little easier than looking forward, but do what works for you. We're going to come up onto the ball of the right foot. We're going to open that knee so it's pointing toward the right. Now you have options here. You can place that right heel on top of the left foot, or you can lean the right foot next to the ankle. You can bring your right foot inside to the left calf, never on the knee. If you're feeling really sassy, you can bring that left foot up inside the left thigh. So pick your poison, whatever you'd like to do, find your spot to concentrate on. Your hands can be at your hips or your heart, or you could grow branches. And like we said earlier, noticing that the trees are dropping their leaves and they do it so easily. They don't cling, they just let go. We can, if you like, you can let those hands and arms come down, maybe with just one hand. Leaves falling, letting go of anything that doesn't serve us. Different for every yogi. And turn your knee forward, let it go. Soften the knee. I'm going to change sides. I guess you guys can if you want. This time, all the weight goes into the right foot. Find your one spot to concentrate on, and you have those same options. The left foot can lean on top of the right. It can lean next to the left ankle, left calf, inside the left thigh. Whatever works for you. Hold on to the chair. And hands can be on the heart, hips, or maybe we're going to go branches again.
We already pick our poison.
Yeah, pick your poison if you want. Yeah,
I didn't.
oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't say pick your poison. Let's see. And if your arms are up like branches, maybe you let the arms start to come down. Let the leaves fall. Your fingers are the leaves as they just fall, letting go of anything that doesn't serve you. Whatever that is, every yogi, it'll be different. Release that knee, release the hands, soften the knee. And our mat students, find your mountain pose. You're going to inhale, your arms go out and up. Palms come together above your head. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, bend your knees a lot. Come on down and find your child's pose. And we'll revisit here our letting go. So let's take a deep inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, see if you can let go of tension or anything that's not serving you. Again, take an inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Anything that does not serve you, different for each yogi. One last time, inhale through the nose. As you exhale, let go of anything that no longer serves you.
Okay. We're gonna push up out of child's pose. And if you're on the mat, you're gonna swing your legs around in front of you. If you're in the chair, you're just gonna take a little break and wait for us. If you're on the mat, just slowly using your abs, come back to the mat. We're gonna do some ab stuff today. So we're gonna go over what we're going to do. For if you're on the mat or in the chair, we're going to be bringing our elbow in a crunch position, our hands behind our head. We'll bring our elbow to our knee. So if you're in the chair, you can hang onto the chair and just lift your leg and maybe even just roll your shoulder, opposite shoulder toward the knee. Or you can put your hands behind your head and do the same motion we're doing on the mat, but you're in the chair. So let's do a few of those. We're going to inhale. And when we exhale, we'll take our right elbow to our left knee or try. And then inhale and exhale, left elbow to right knee. Come back to center. Inhale and exhale. Inhale while we're coming back. And exhale. Two more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay, now we're going to do something a little bit even more challenging. We're going to straighten our leg. So if you're in the chair, you're going to straighten your leg and lift your leg slightly. If you're on the mat, you're going to do the same thing and lift the elbow. Kind of toward the knee, same thing, but our leg's going to be straight. Now, if you're in the chair, you're going to roll that shoulder forward, that opposite shoulder. Or you can put your hands behind your head just like we are and do the exact same motion just in the chair. So we're gonna try to do it flowing like. So that's why we don't take any real breaks. So we're gonna do a few of these with straight leg. So inhale together and exhale. The right arm, straight leg, right elbow, straight left leg. Inhale and exhale. Left elbow, right knee. Inhale. Let that leg come out. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. That was our last one. Okay, we are going to do a long stretch to stretch out those abs. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, then we'll bend our knees again. We're going to do our twist, but we're going to start by doing, we're going to do, what is it called, Mom? Pigeon?
Are you doing
Pigeon? Yeah.
Okay.
We're doing, I call it figure four.
Figure
So,
four, pigeon.
I'm going to take my right ankle and set it on my left knee. And if you're in the chair, you can just take and you can try it that way, or you can do it at the ankle, or you can just fold your, just like that, put your leg right over.
And with you guys in the chair, you're gonna lean forward. For us on the mat, we're gonna pick up our lower body, reach through our figure 4 and grab our thigh and just feel that stretch. You guys are gonna lean forward to feel that same stretch. Yeah. Anna. It feels really good. You don't really have to pull, you can pull, but just whatever feels good. And just breathe. We're gonna drop our legs and we're gonna switch sides.
Something, if you can't reach through and grab for the back of the thigh, for the rest of the month, maybe you could use a strap or a belt around that thigh.
Okay.
Around the thigh or even around the foot,
Okay.
the opposite foot.
Okay, I'm gonna try it
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
So we're gonna take our left ankle and put it on our right leg. I mean, our right knee. I'm gonna put this through my leg.
There you go.
And try to use it
You can do that.
and see how
Because
that
some
would work
people's
for
arms
me.
don't- Yeah.
And we can lift it up. I could probably even only use one hand.
And you want to keep your tailbone and the shoulders on the mat if you can, to keep the length in the spine. If you're curving up, that's not.
So you guys lean forward, feel the stretch. It's such a good one. It feels so good. All right, and relax. Okay, now we're going to do twisted root as our last twist of class. We're going to take our right leg and just put it over our left. If you're in the chair, you're going to be twisting with your upper body. If you're on the mat, we're going to be twisting with our lower body. So I kind of take and scooch my hips just a little bit to the left. Yes.
To the right,
Well, I'm going to fall to the right.
right, so hips go off to the left.
Okay. Well, we're going to fall to the right. And what we want to
Yeah.
try to do is have our hips stack. So whichever way you need to scooch to make that feel okay for you, go ahead and do that.
Scooch to the right.
So
Hips go to the, knees go to the left.
so go ahead and inhale and exhale and just let those knees fall to the right. That's what I did. I practiced this. And we just breathe here. That's why. Inhale, come back to center and just unravel. Now I know why, because I did it wrong. Okay, but we're going to do it this way anyway.
Yeah.
So that's why we are going to
Not
scooch.
wrong, just different.
We're going to scooch to the right. That's the way I'm doing it. Inhale and exhale. Let your knees fall
If you're in the
to
chair, cross.
the left. All right. And breathe there. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale, unravel. All right, we're going to set up for the last pose of class, which is Shavasana.
Yeah. Legs can be long down the mat, feet flop out to the sides. If you'd like to comfort your knees, place a blanket underneath them. Or if there's a little pressure in the low back, you could widen your feet, bring them to the outside edges of the mat and let your knees knock together. Takes out the pressure in the low back. Now your arms are long down the sides of the body, but not touching the body. Palms up for receiving, palms down for grounding. Let the head feel heavy, let the back body feel heavy. We're going to let our body breathe as it naturally likes to breathe. No more control, no more doing, no more trying. your opportunity to do 100% nothing. Welcome to Shavasana. Keeping the eyes closed, bring a deeper breath back into your body. Keeping the eyes closed, bring a little movement into the fingers and the toes. Move the wrists and the ankles if you like. Come back to center, move the head side to side like we did in the beginning of class with our neck. Noticing if you've collected tension or you've let go of tension. And come back to center. Hands can come together in front of the heart. If you wish, it's yogi's choice. Kate and I, our invitation for you today is to notice how you're feeling right now. If you're feeling peaceful or zen, we ask that you memorize it and take it with you. And as you're going around about your day, the rest of your week, and you're looking at the trees as you're driving or walking or moving around in the city, notice how easily they let go of their leaves. And maybe take note of anything that you might need to let go of. And remembering our breath exercise today and how we were breathing through our poses. And when we exhaled, we let go. So as you're going around about the rest of your day, the rest of your week, and anything disturbs your peace, remember the trees, the leaves falling, come back to your breath, maybe take that inhale and that releasing, letting go, exhale that will allow you to come back to this peaceful feeling. From our hearts to yours, namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you for joining us. We're glad to be back.
Guys.
See you next week.